Hey there, welcome to day 1528 of What's Up to Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transition from brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. A little bit of back and forth, a lot of back and forth, I guess, for the next, probably the rest of my life, right? I don't see myself retiring or stopping anytime soon. Too much energy, too many things I want to accomplish in the world to just, retire and not, just travel around and have fun. I guess to me, work and business is fun. So today, get to the root of the matter. Get to the root of the matter was our idiom for supersize your business. And to me, the root of the matter means cause of something, figuring out the cause. And that, of course, leads to a root cause analysis. It's amazing to me how many industries and businesses don't do root cause analysis. They just have a problem and they come up with an instant solution, and they never even figure out if that's a symptom of a bigger problem that they're having. They just put a Band-Aid on it and move on to the next thing, day in and day out. And especially as we're going through growth phases of our business, there's a tendency to do that. Except if a root cause analysis and getting to the root of the problem is a natural part of your business growth strategy. Now, I highly recommend that it is. It's like, it's interesting how many organizations have never done a SWOT analysis, and they don't do or use that tool on a regular basis. A lot of industries don't. I found that coming from engineering and manufacturing background, we do a lot of things that other industries and other businesses just don't do, but they should learn from one another and realize that that would give them a competitive advantage in their particular business and in their area and in their organization. So we talked about the steps to a root cause analysis. We talked about the three main categories that root cause problems come from. I guess the three main sources of root causes of problems are physical, human, and organizational. And that means, physically something is off or not appropriate for the condition or the job that you're doing. So maybe in manufacturing, it would be a material thing or something that a part that doesn't meet specs. Human could be communication or human error. Human beings, we're fallible, right? We make mistakes. And then communication to me is if we don't have a way to communicate, or if we just forget or don't tell somebody that something happened, that would be a human error. Organizational are things like processes and systems, or lack of processes and systems, or the way that we do something skips a whole step, or things like that. That would be organizational type of root causes. And actually, organizational root causes, as the organizational type root causes, are the most common. People think it's humans, but it's totally not. Or they think it's materials, but it's absolutely positively like 80 to 20% of the others, organizational related problems or challenges that are the root cause of most of the problems that we have in our life, as well as growing and building and supersizing our business. So we talked about that today for Supersize Your Business. Why? Because looking at and seeing things from a different perspective, learning what things mean, where they've come from, how other people might interpret them, helps us as leaders to open our eyes and realize that there's different perspectives, different ways of looking at things. There's different ways of leading depending on the situation. And we want to be aware of those things. And it keeps us a little bit on our toes with respect to other areas and aspects of running our business and growing our business then. So SO stands for spiritual options. We're going through the SOAP framework with respect to our spiritual well-being this month in our annual BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us. And our topic today was brainstorming and different types of brainstorming. There's actually, again, according to the internet, 3 different types, categories of brainstorming. They said verbal, nominal group technique, which I consider nominal group technique and analysis and action and option analysis tool, not necessarily a brainstorming tool, but again, I'm not the internet. And then, so I would say verbal, written, and then thirdly, they say electronic. So going online and doing it. And I guess there are ways to do that because you can bring in resources and sources from all over the place if you do it online. I think they call it brain netting or something. I have brainstormed with people over email or over text messages before, but I've never called it electronic, but apparently it's a whole category. And then I shared 10 different types of brainstorming. Described a couple of them, but not all of them, because that would have taken, you know, I could do a whole day training on different types of brainstorming and how you do them, the processes and procedures. But I said, okay, we're going to do what we do every time we look at the SOAP framework. We're going to come up with at least 10 possible options to fill the gap that we identified in our story yesterday, our current story to our desired story. And we use the future pacing tool to do that, both and from a negative if we don't change aspect and a positive if we do change aspect, to identify the gap between where we are and where we want to be, as well as give ourselves some leverage on ourselves and some motivation, internal and intrinsic motivation, to actually move and change from where we are to where we want to be. Because if we don't have any reason to go from where we are to where we want to be, no motivation, we're not going to do it. We're not going to take any action. So we want to come up with 10 possible ways, and then we share 3. We share 3 because tomorrow, the A in the SOAP framework, we are going to analyze and pick one of those alternatives to take action on, right? One of those options to take action on. So that was the content that I created today. And I'm working on some other projects that involve content creation and sharing things with other people to try to make your life easier, right? My life's pretty easy, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty straightforward and works for me right now. So I want other people to have that option and that opportunity as well. So if I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments or direct message me. You can find me all over the place on the internet. So just, you know, if it's hard to find me, and then there may be a different root cause to the challenge. All right. I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.